We might as well go live. Jesus.
You see how I'm more prepared than anybody, right, boss? I've got better audio. Look what I got over here, boss.
All right. Hey, just FYI, we're live. Barry Bourne, he's trying to crash into our show. He's trying to be friends. Listen,
right,
Barry, I need to put you in your place. Hold
Yes,
on.
sir.
I need to put
Yes,
you in
sir,
your.
boss. Your show.
I got
I'm
sound
just
coming
trying to be
from.
part of it, boss. How's that, boss? Is that better? I'm scooting back. Is this better? Look.
Just hold on. Hold on, man.
I realize I'm good with electronics too, right? I'm proving that to you. I don't have no headset on. You can hear me, correct?
I can hear you, but hold on. Just relax.
Yes, sir, big boss, Mr. Gary Roberts.
I don't like that you're trying to be friends.
Do I need to talk trash?
It's not about talking trash. It's about I'm going to try to beat your ass, like for real. And you're trying to become friends. I can't become friends with somebody that I want to try to fight. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's a big mess over here. Travis is late. Here we go. This guy, Barry Bourne, he's trying to crash our show. Barry Bourne, listen, we're going to talk to you, but I need you to know, dude, I'm not having this. I'm not having this business, man. Need you to know the real deal.
Yes, sir, boss. I've got to be fighter. You got to be tough. We can't, we can be friends, but we can't be friends when it's time to battle, is it, boss? Correct?
All right, listen. As soon as we get Travis on to start the show, we'll bring you on at the end and we'll talk about everything, but this show is just starting up all effed up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you go live. Shit gets weird. Joe Woodland, $5 super chat. Really appreciated it. Travis Bagent, unmute your business, Travis. Don't pay attention to the fruitcake at the left-hand side of the corner. Do not pay attention to this guy.
That dang Gary Roberts is a beast. I'm gonna tell you. I hope he don't whoop my ass.
Well, listen, I would like you to watch the video I posted last night where I smoked one Brody. We can't hear you, Travis. I'd like you to go watch that video because that was before I even arm wrestle. I wasn't even that strong then. I can't hear you, Travis.
You can hear me, okay?
There, finally. No, click the button again.
You hear me now?
Yes, thank God. Okay, Barry Bourne.
Where have you been?
Hold on. Listen, Barry Bourne, you are a joke. You are trash. We are not friends. Quit trying to be my friend. I have a fight with you, and I cannot be friends with somebody that I want to beat up.
Whoa.
Listen,
Gary, you don't want to fight with Barry Bourne. I already told you that, Gary.
Listen, Barry Bourne, I'm putting you back into the penalty box. We will talk to you at the end. So,
what's up, Barry?
What's up, Beast? What's up, Travis?
All right.
Listen, dude, how can we go live when your ass is so unreliable?
You said at 12:15, 45 minutes. I said, no problem. It's 1 o'clock. I'm here.
I said 12.
12.
No, that's just
45 minutes. 1 o'clock. Dude, we got 9 inches of snow here, man. Ease up, bro. Easy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone out there, we got a couple things to go over. Travis. You know, when I was editing the shows, I was doing the half-hour segments, but it seems like the more once live long broadcasts once a week is what we're kind of like edging towards.
Yeah, we're breaking up. We're totally breaking up. This is the progression of the breakup, in my opinion. And I have been dating other people. I'm just gonna put it out there. I've been dating. Nobody's that good yet, but I'm one blind date away from telling you 12:45 and never responding again. Ever. Okay.
I would like to do a little shout out. Thank you to Artem from Top World Productions. He sent me a little gift pack.
Wow. Wow. I have never heard Artem say anything good about you. This is earth shattering.
It says, "Thanks, Gary."
Wow. What'd you do, Gary? What'd you do for Artem?
It's the easiest way to become friends with anybody.
You gave him a free subscription?
You give them money.
Nice. Is that the picture book?
Yeah. So he sent me this little picture book. I got to be honest. I didn't know that this man was, to be honest, you guys know I came in late, but, trying to do all my research, I didn't know this man could take good photos.
Yeah. Pretty much a genius. The problem with Artem is he's just been led astray because he hangs out with some Florida dudes that are absolutely crazy. And they grew up crazy. And because of that, he's got that kind of American upbringing. But the fact is, the dude's a stud. Yeah. And he's done hitched on to a good woman. So now he's being properly brought into American society.
Coming to America.
Yeah.
Dude, the photography skills are off the chain. I can't even, when it comes to taking photos, I just am not, I don't know how to do it. And then the color correcting, like all that, how you make it look fancy. I don't know if you guys use programs.
The whole time 2 weeks ago at my event, Joseph is just constantly, right? Joseph's like, Travis, what's up with the still photos? Travis, what's up with the still photos? I'm like, yo, Joe, nobody cares. Nobody wants to see photos under no circumstances. Well, Joseph took about 5,000 freaking pictures, and all of them look amazing. And there is definitely, Joe has enlightened me at the still photo is very valid still.
I mean, photos have their place, bro. They just capture a moment in time when you get the correct photos are great. You can print them out like this little book. It's tangible. You hand it to somebody.
Before I fall asleep, can we please add some sort of energy to this show before I die right now? My God.
Dude, I have some bad news.
Cross-country pest control. Well, I got good news. Whatever bad news you get ready to tell me, Lance here will make it better once I call it. What's up?
Dude, we are failing our sponsors. We are terrible.
I have no sponsors. I don't know what you're talking about. Do I have a sponsor? Who is my sponsor? Can you alert me who that person is? Now, am I failing some of the people that I have done immense favors for? Yeah, maybe. But can you fail the 8th layer of a favor when you've already done the first 7? Are you kidding me? I have 0 sponsors. Okay.
I have a hard time. I almost would like to have 0 sponsors because I don't like hurting people's feelings.
Any sponsor who gives you money and then asks you to do something for them is a weasel. I don't want your sponsor money if you're going to ask me a bunch of fucking questions all the time. Fuck out of here. I'm already rich.
Sponsorship comes with like strings. You give somebody money, comes with string. Oh, the reason I brought up the Artem thing is because I'm trying to experiment where I be Patreon for as many channels as I can afford to just give back. So I'm 15 here, 20 here, 10 there.
How about, Gary, if you give something back to the man who feeds you? How about if you take your $600 for the ROTN bullshit that you do up in New York City with James Reed? I mean, are you shitting me?
Dude, are you
give that money to our tournament?
Are you do you have no idea what I do for you? You have no idea what it takes.
I wish you're like that guy who is freeloading. Then he hits the lottery and he buys your worst enemy supper that night. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Look,
I am your father, Gary. I am your father.
I have heard a few people say rising tides raise all ships, blah, 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 teamwork. I'm the one who came into the sport and demanded exclusive content. I'm the one who was being selfish. And now here we are putting a vent and Waxahachie with camera guys. And I have not brought up exclusivity once.
Think about what you're saying. Everything you just said, you did not do that. Who did that, Gary? Your father has done this. Set up the Waxahachie event. You didn't do it. I gave it to you.
That's not what I'm Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. That is not what I'm talking about.
The camera guys to come and have to work with us because you came in and excluded everybody, chopped everybody's head off.
What I'm saying is I'm experimenting with being a team player. So I'm trying to spread the love. And what I've learned since I've been being a YouTuber is that the ad revenue for our shows from YouTube, we're slaves here. We're working for nothing. What they pay for ads is slave labor. The super chats help. The Patreons help. It's the best way. Unless you're the two top cream of the crop channels, or, Devin and Alex, the super chats are the way to contribute directly. Help out the channels.
Case. Go get the cash upstairs so that Gary knows that there is another person on that list that is fucking killing it. And he's right here. Are you telling me that you're not killing it, Gary?
No, I'm not killing it.
I am crushing it, bro. I've got bachelor parties. I got events at the Gnarly Gar. I'm going to Dubai. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to Las Vegas to film with O.J. Simpson next weekend. Me and the juice.
I am glad you're killing it. Meanwhile, I'm getting sponsors who are mad at me. The reason I started talking about this is because I missed Hybrid Seed, my man Gabriel from Hawaii.
Don't say that again. Every day we piss Gabriel off. Let me tell you something. Fuck Gabriel. Gabriel is a terrible sponsor. You know why? He brings it to our attention that we're doing something wrong, but we are not doing anything wrong.
Well, he's personally PayPal.
Give him his money back immediately. Do not talk to that guy again. Who's the next one?
Well, he sent me PayPal some cashola.
Ooh. All of my money comes from corporate sponsors like Pepper Jack Cheese. Okay.
My point is, I don't like upsetting guys who've given me money. Then I get him. So Gabriel, he put a super chat. He had a question he wanted me to ask you. I glossed over it. Then he said, I'm firing you for Uncle John. He's like, I'm leaving your ass. You don't respond to super chats.
Uncle John, congratulations. You have the #1 complaining motherfucking sponsor in the world. Okay? His name is HD Gabriel Hybrid, some bullshit. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Do not email, text any negative shit to this guy. Or let this guy hear you talking about this guy. Okay.
But see why you were so confusing. He wanted to make a strain, a Bagent strain.
Are you shitting me? I wouldn't work with someone who is I have never even met this guy. How could he have any expectations of me? The guy already offered me some beast bud or something, but the problem is he's the 9th person that has said it. That's all. And he, for some reason, finds it hard to believe. But yes, my man, please make beast bud. Do whatever you want. But now that I think for a second that I am going to get a message or a weird fucking comment from you, are you crazy? I'm the talent. I will give you the horrible text. You can't give it to me. Keep your fucking money. I'm already rich.
But then I get a message from our sponsor, your sponsor, Lance Hunt Cross Country Pest Control. It says, hey, man, you haven't talked about our program. I want to help.
You should tell Lance, fuck you, Lance. You don't work. I don't work for you. You should say, take that shit to Travis. I tell Lance every day, stop complaining if he brings that shit to me. That's what you should tell him too. You don't work for Lance. You do not work for Lance. I work for Lance. You should tell him that.
So I was under the impression that he helped fund the ROTN that we're hosting. So he says, hey, talk about my program, Recovered and Free. I want to help people with the drug addictions, alcoholism.
And listen, and he has every right to ask you to do that. If he addresses it in a weird way where he says, hey, we're paying you, you better do this, then he's a weirdo. And you should.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. He just said.
Lance says one more thing to you and you take it a little sideways. You should tell Lance that, in fact, you do not work for Lance. And that, listen, Lance did not give you ROTN money. This motherfucker you're listening to right here is the only person in the history of the world that would give you $3,000 for the first time of this ROTN. This guy right here.
Okay. Well,
so, and every time I do it, somebody says, what the fuck are you doing? That's not craziest idea I've ever heard. So I'm just letting you know.
Let me get to the point. The point is to come full circle is I go on Facebook and I'm trying to talk about the ROTN. And then so you've confused me on whether the ROTN is part of the seminar or vice versa. Cause you're like, you're the ROTN. You're the fight.
Why do you think that I have had to do that, Gary? Let's address it before you lukewarm over that comment. But I have asked you, I know that you are a busy man and you are building this empire. However, if someone gives you $3,000 so that you can run your test run idea, me am begging you to focus. And that is the underlying attitude. That's the theory, every single thing that I'm doing. So when I told you to make your own flyer, it is so that you, my friend, take some accountability for this particular event. And lucky you, the people that are watching are not going to be bored. And you know why? Because I'm going to entertain them while you have your group to do all your arm wrestling. It's going to be perfect.
So there's no way they'd be bored of that event anyway. It's going to be amazing.
I'm telling you, if I was on the super heavies and I was watching the 176s for more than 2.5 hours, I am
2.5 hours. I put a time cap on it. I put a time cap.
What's the time cap?
35 minutes per class.
After you get to the 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let's imagine getting to the 8 and getting through the bracket with the amateurs, masters, and all the people that didn't make the top 8 for the 8. So that's going to be an hour and a half to get to your 35.
Oh, I do not give a fuck.
I know you don't. But here's
no. You shouldn't care either. We are trying to create content that makes these guys household mother effing names. If they have to, no, dude. Tom Cruise, when he's making $100 million movies, he goes to the set and sometimes he hangs out for 3 hours while they're setting the lights and the pyro and the special effects. He sits around. It will never change. No matter the budget.
Not 3 hours. Now you're talking a whole nother class. That's 6 hours. Okay. Lucky you, I am not interested in that. Me. But for people like you, it's a great idea. For people like me, who it sounds repulsing to watch 4 hours of arm wrestling that you're not involved in, the lucky part for those people is we're not gonna make you do that. We are going to show you the tricks and strategies of the best arm wrestlers in the world. Or you can go over and watch whatever you'd like to do.
My point is, I want everyone to know here on, I do not give a fuck. For my show, if you don't like it, I'll just say to you what you said to Gabriel. Fuck off. Because from here on going forward, I have a plan. I have a vision. I know it's going to fucking work. And I do not need any of the top pros to show up at my event.
Nope.
Unlike all the other things that are banking on the stars of arm wrestling, my show, my channel, my content will be the star. And everyone that's in it will then become the star. I'm going to make new stars. I'm going to take all the arm wrestlers who want to be stars, and I'm going to do everything in my power to try to make them the stars. That's the plan. I heard somebody say, I'm going to have to arm wrestle 21 times for $250. Yes. Because if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. And that guy, when the big payday comes, he's going to be on the list first before you who turned it down, because they were believers in the beginning. That's it. End the story. Fuck off.
But you do need $3,000 from someone who does not 100% believe yet, but is willing to let you show them.
And for that, I appreciate you.
I love you too. Let's kill it.
Okay, I have a couple super chats. Mike's Madness $4.99. I mentioned Travis's.
Hold on. Before anyone else super chats, if you are tied into this money with some personal belief that we now have a relationship and that you can talk to me or ask me weird questions, please keep your money. I am already rich, thanks to Crisco and vegetable oil. Go ahead.
Okay, I forgot to mention. So I go on Facebook. I try to talk about this event, and I mention the sponsor, Recovered and Free. Lance Hunt is interested, and anyone has the affliction addiction to reach out to him. And Paul Italia comes in. He's like, oh, so he's the only sponsor? And I'm like, oh my God, now I've upset Paul Italia. I can't win.
I told Paul the same thing. I said, my man, Gary works for me. If you have a problem, call me, which he did. And very nice and easily, we just threw it on there, and now his face is all over the flyer. However, your flyer was made by you.
Yeah.
My flyer was made by me with all of those bells and whistles from the people that I answer to. If anybody that I answer to says anything to you, if I were you, I would tell them that I did not work for them. And if they would like to call Travis on three-way right now, he would love to explain it to everybody.
I'm letting you know, if you're out there and you're interested in sponsoring me, You must know. Sometimes I don't do the dishes. Sometimes I don't make the bed. Sometimes I F up. If you're going to be upset that you gave me money and then I didn't clean up after dinner, just break up with me now because I'm setting the stage. I'm trying to do a lot. And this show, I prepared for it while I'm putting my baby down, while I'm trying to ease my wife that COVID is not going to get me when I come to this event in March. It's like, dude, doing my best.
Don't complain to us about smoking weed in the room. Add it to the bill as soon as we get there.
Now that is off the hook, I still would like your super chats. Pay the man. Okay, Mike's Madness. I mentioned Travis's name on Uncle John's show. He seems to think Travis is retired and won't pull nobody. That's to you.
What you said that he just his comment was that Uncle John had a question for Uncle John and that Uncle John answered it. So
that you're retired.
Is Uncle John correct? Is that the fucking question?
Well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that shit out. Yes.
If you give me a question, then I can't answer.
Listen, I'm tired. I'm in a bad mood today. I'm trying to.
You already know the answer, Gary. Why did you not answer that question?
Listen, mofo, people super chat. I just read the super chat. It's clearly for you.
It's a retarded question. Next question.
They pay money. They get me to read the question.
Nope, I ain't answering dumb questions. Go ahead.
That's what happens when they pay the money. Tim Morgan, $10 super chat.
Question.
This is for my man Travis. When you come visit.
Okay. That's how you start the question out. That's how you start the question.
When you come visit Michael in Hot Springs, make sure he tells me so I can stop by.
If you are friends, really close friends with Michael Todd, I don't know how tight we're going to be. However, if you're a little shakier than Mike, morally, fun-wise, we could hang out. But if you're Mike's church buddy, you can stop by and give me that. But I don't know if we're hanging. I'm looking for someone in Hot Springs that wants to come pick me up, get some Beast Bud, and go see the town. Hit me if you're that guy.
Okay, I'm fulfilling an obligation because Gabriel did pay $20 to ask Travis Bagent's opinion about approaching state councils to bring state-funded arm wrestling schools for communities with kids.
Next question.
You are a
retarded question.
You are, dude. We're never gonna get sponsors.
No, we don't want sponsors. What the fuck kind of question is that? Yeah, do it. I don't care what you do. I don't care. All I care about is me. This person right here. I'm in charge of arm wrestling. I don't care about any other that amateur shit. Do it.
GT Gold says, Gary, that explains a lot. Ease up and calm down. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I have no idea.
Who said that?
I don't know. Okay, so I posted the Mohegan Sun 2005 Invitational. Did you watch it?
Wow. Two things I remember from that day. I was the strongest motherfucker in the universe that day, right-handed, focused and nasty. And I had been kicking Eric Warfel's ass so much that Bill Collins screwed me again. Did you see that?
I did.
I mean, my goodness, you couldn't beat a person any cleaner than that. Unbelievable. And you know what else? You want to hear something amazing about that? So if you recall this, and you will, there was a lot of drama going into that Mohegan Sun because we had already filmed the Best Damn Sports Show 6 months before that, 3 months before that, something like that.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of problems with how hype I was at that event at the Plaza, mainly cussing out Leonard because he was every time, I lost 4 or 5 matches in 10 years, and they were all because Leonard Harkless is saying foul, foul, foul.
You are tying stories together. That's amazing. So you're piecing together the other clip that I posted of you going off on Leonard.
No doubt, right? And then if you go to that show, you'll see I lost that day to Matt Gerdner because of Leonard Harkless. So we get 4 fouls and lose 2 matches on TV in the Best Damn Sports Show, and Leonard Harkless says foul every time. One against John Brzenk and then against Matt Gerdner. Even though the matches that other people refed, I beat John Brzenk and Matt Gerdner. No problem. So let that eat. Let that set in you. So,
okay, can I say one thing?
Yes.
What I noticed about that video where you're arm wrestling John Brzenk, and I will link these in the description, or you can find them on our channel. We posted a couple days ago, is that before that match started, I don't remember the gentleman's name, but you had another ref. And you can see Leonard walking in saying, I got this. That's
crazy.
So
now you're talking about when he fouled me out with John Brzenk, or with the Matt Gerdner match at the end of the day?
No, when he fouled you out with John Brzenk, the small clip I put up, you can see Leonard taking over and pushing the ref out of the way saying, I got this. Is he doing that because he doesn't think the other ref can handle a high profile match, or because he wants to F with Travis Bagent?
He thinks that if he leaves that guy there and that guy just follows the rules, John his ass is grass. And then later on that day, he did the same thing, because when I got to the finals, I had 1 loss, Matt Gerdner undefeated. And here comes the little dude, Keith Michelle, says, go, I win. Gets ready to start the next match. Here comes Leonard rotating in.
What is that? Listen, I have mad respect, regardless of what Travis Bagent says. I have mad respect for Leonard Harkless regarding his abilities, what he's done in the sport. But I do have to question those scenarios. I would like to know, is that a little bit shady for a ref that clearly has some friction with an athlete to come in at the last second?
For 2 straight years, the biggest 2 tournaments in my career, I lose both matches through fouls from one Leonard Harkless. Same with the Harley pull. Me and Kevin Bongard both. He tries to make a mockery of the AAA rules because he was hired to ref, but with AAA rules, Mike fucking Bowling did that because him and Karen Bean went through a little bit of a dilemma. Well, he comes there and then everybody, ready to go. I just Ron Bath like he's not even there. Foul, foul, foul. I'm out. I can't believe it. I'm looking at, Kevin Bongard's like, yo, we should totally just boycott this whole fucking event. And I'm like, yo, it's already over. And everybody but me and you are happy that we are out. Crazy. Yeah, Leonard Harkless is a piece of shit jerk face that is a biased referee if he has a problem with the person. That's a fact.
Here's the thing. I believe you have valid opinions about Leonard, but you lose half your audience when you say piece of shit.
I don't say it. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to gain anybody. I don't give a fuck. I already told you we need to tell the story. Today we're telling the story of what the problem is with me and Leonard and Denise. Today.
Okay. All right. Fine. Stacy Morgan super chatted $10. Beast mode. ARMTV. Thumbs up. He gave me the last time we filmed. You said we need to get $250 for one bitch Barry Bourne.
Hey. You better watch your mouth, man.
Dude, I got a match with this dude.
Okay.
And anyways, Stacy Morgan funded the $250. So I have it in my PayPal. I will hand that to Barry Bourne right before he gets bitch slapped.
Stacy Morgan is an outstanding person. That's how you're supposed to handle yourself. You don't beg and complain. Listen, if you're going to complain, we don't want the money. We only want it from people, first of all, who are filthy rich. If you're rich, like me, do whatever you want to do. I give shit to people. because I love them. So do that. But don't come in here with no complaining. And I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this shit. I'm telling you right now, Leonard Harkless a piece of jerk. That's a fact.
Stick with piece of jerk. I like piece of jerk better than piece of shit.
Yeah, I got you.
Piece of jerk works. Okay. Barry Bourne has crashed the show. We'll bring him on at the end. If you want to know more about that fight that Stacey Morgan helped sponsor, we will talk about it at the end. So Barry Bourne is waiting in the waiting room. Hang out. He'll come in later. Okay. So it's funny. You watch the show and you have one takeaway based on your experiences. I watched that show and I have a completely different takeaway. When I'm watching the behind the scenes of the bracketing done, there was only 6 guys.
Yeah, it was retarded.
6 guys. And Ron Bath, I pulled the clip out. I didn't even include it in the interviews, but I have a clip of Ron Bath stating that with the random seating, every time you automate it, it's probably going to result in a different person winning, depending on. And I'm like,
not true.
This is arm wrestling. What? Let's say top 3 completely changes depending on the bracket every time.
That's not true.
That's what Ron Bath was alluding to.
Now listen, Ron could be correct if we'd have had 16 and 24, but we only had 6 guys. And it was very easy to rank those guys before it started, in the middle, and at the end. You wouldn't be too far off if you restarted it a million times. And the reason is because it was double elimination and there was good second and third place money. When there's good second and third place money, guys know that they can't fuck with the champ. So there's no reason to kill yourself when you know that there's still second and which is exactly what's going to happen to your hypothesis. As soon as, like, if I would have ran through all 5 of those guys 3 rounds, just like it was fucking a joke. I was so retarded strong that day. Did you see that?
Yeah. So you're glossing over. You're glossing over my point.
Yeah, your point is that the format was a ridiculous joke when it comes to the money, stage, platform that they didn't arm wrestle a million times.
What? Right? That's not neither here nor there. The point is, you take the 4 matches that happened that entire day and put it on YouTube, it's going to get X clicks. My format, you running through them. See, now you're saying I was so strong that day. I would have ran through them like butter 3 times in a row. The problem is I don't have that evidence. With my format, you actually have the evidence. It backs up exactly what you're saying.
Okay, so,
and 10x the clicks, 10 times the clicks, I'm thinking that the resulting video would receive.
You must know that historically we have trained so that if we are strong that day and we can win the 6 to 9 matches, we can claim the prize money. What you are claiming is that I must win 21 to 28, and which is totally okay that you require that number. But it's must.
No. Dumb fuck. That's not what I'm stating. What I'm stating is the format that exists currently has gone on television sparsely throughout the years. It's hit big and then been taken away from us. And I'm saying, as a guy outside asking the hard questions, why the F is the sport of arm wrestling not continued to advance more and more and more? What has held it back? And when I watch that video, I see glaring problems of why it's been held back. And I'm just betting, I'm just trying to put a bet that if you change it, you prepared for 6 to 9 matches. And I'm just betting, well, if you prepared for 21 matches, the resulting video, I would have a better shot of my cousin who's never watched arm wrestling, watching the video from A to Z, watching the full thing, than what's been on television. That's all I'm saying.
And all that I'm telling you is that us as the competitors our usual rationale has to be thrown out the window. So we have to experiment and see if what you're saying is true. And then if that is the secret and that is the format that gives the most glory and the most financial gain, then it'll simply be the new norm. But as of right now, no, you have us, the community, the pullers, unless we are that endurance guy that enjoys arm wrestling, regardless of whether it's a wins or loss, which that, in my opinion, makes them the minority. Most of us are selfish human beings that are looking for places where there's easy, safe glory. And your format right away doesn't say that. It says, oh, shit, what if I could have won 8 matches, but because of your format, I am now 13th place. That is okay too, right? But you have to understand that if I was finishing first or second, and now I'm finishing 9th or 10th, I'm going to not view your format from a success standpoint like I view the other ones.
Perfect. You've raised a great point. In the old format, how many people had the potential to be a John Brezink, a Devin Laird, a Travis Bagent, be the world champ? In my format, how many people have the potential to be the next world champion of the ROTN? I believe I'm widening the net because I believe it maybe endurance comes more to the heart than the genetics is kind of what I'm saying. But I ask you to answer me one question, and the people out there in the chat to answer one question. What is the number one video that went viral on Alex's channel starring Schoolboy that is the 100% reason that their channel took off and that they have 1 million subscribers? What's the number one video? What did Schoolboy do in that video? He arm wrestled.
Yeah, right. Just kept rolling.
He arm wrestled a bunch of nobodies back to back, correct? So what I'm asking the audience, anyone who's out there who thinks I'm fucking high for even daring to think that if a channel that started Schoolboy, who was unknown at the time, ran through a bunch of nobodies, resulting in a firestorm that created 1 million subs, what happens with a format with some good money of someone like Travis running through not just a bunch of nobodies, but a bunch of professional goddamn arm wrestlers? If you think I'm high, you're effing high if you don't see it. Get the F out.
Well, I am banking on you being correcto. So all I do know is that, lucky for you, there is no golden format that we would be crazy to alter. So good luck, bro. I'm pulling for you. I'm here. I'm going to work my ass off all day, and hopefully it works.
I got to read something to you. You're not going to like it. Do you remember the lovely things you said about Neil Pickup and Arm Wars?
Yeah. I love Neil. What are you talking about? Yeah. Arm Wars, respected group, society. I don't want to hear no negative shit from Neil Pickup. All right. If I wanted to, I'd listen to his show. All right. He happened to listen to my show. That's up to him. I did not ask him to listen.
No, I have to honor my man, Neil.
Oh, what? He scared to tell me? He has to have you say it?
No, I'm just he put in a comment like everyone does, and he posted.
Did he pay super chat money?
Oh shit! I missed some super chats.
Oh, go back.
Wait, who super chatted $25?
Go back.
Argentini, $25. I don't have a question tied to it, dude. Stay. Okay, guys, listen. I cannot read all these. If you really do have questions, you need to super chat that shit. Neil Pickup. He says, if you're not subscribed to Neil Pickup's channel, please go on over to Neil Pickup and subscribe to his channel. Amazing content. I absolutely love Travis. He has always been, and will always be my friend, and a man I genuinely like.
That's my boy. my boy Neil. That's my dog.
But.
Whoa. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Damn it. You already came between me and Devin. And now you're trying to come in, Neil.
He says, but my effing God, I am not sure if I've ever heard such a load of complete contradictory bullocks in my life. Travis pulled Devin in Arm Wars and effing lost.
Oh, no, that's not true either. Did you put that video up there? How are you telling me that day Devin Larratt is the best arm wrestler in the world? Because I was way better than him that day. And if it wasn't for Neil and that faggot ass referee who decided to be the first guy in the history of arm wrestling to not allow you to get in a set grip all of a sudden. And we spent a half hour and I lost 3 times before pulling. Then when they said go, the next 3 times I just won easy as possible. That was a bunch that you should, I think you played that, didn't you? Isn't that on your?
I mean, I have it ready to go. I will post it.
Well, maybe it's McGinnis.
Yeah, it's on Scott's channel, Arm Sport Videos.
Go watch it and look at the unbelievable. Now, listen, everybody here that's ever arm wrestled Devin Larratt knows that the set grip that you need and want from Devin Larratt is a really need. Okay, you can't arm wrestle him without a set grip. That goes for everybody in the history of the world, not just me. So for that referee to not allow there to be a set grip and to call fouls is the most miscarriage of justice that there's ever been, ever. And it was all because they heard the seminar talk about getting to the strap and getting to the set grip being mandatory. And all of a sudden that guy tried to take it. And Neil was right there, uncomfortable as ever, trying to operate this without, for some reason, I think Neil was involved. I mean, Neil must have told the guy, yo, don't follow. And then the next day, we did a set grip the whole time left-handed because Devin wanted it.
Devin didn't want a set grip right, but wanted it left?
Oh, as soon as we get there, you see Devin talking about put his arm down. He's got to attempt to get a grip when really no one would dare try to attempt to get a grip with Devin over 6 rounds, knowing that he is never going to start fair, ever.
You start fair, though.
No, I start in the referee's grip. What are you talking about? If the referee says go in the ref's grip, I started fair. Is that correct?
Oh my God. Tell whoever's calling you to shut the F up. Don't they know? Don't they know what you're doing?
Probably
so, not. Okay. I'm going to finish Neil's comments, but on that video
it itself. So why would you
hold on that video with you and John Brezink going back to Leonard Harkless? Everyone in the comments kind of agreed with you that John was carving in.
Of course. Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's really interesting. Okay. Speaking of
like, hey, wrist. Do you see this? And then he's like, oh, nah. Like he's just all dumbfounded. It's fucking unbelievable. But that's because Leonard, it was personal, straight up personal.
John Brezink, this is again, Neil Pickup in the comments. John Brezink, who in case Travis missed something, was in fact the best of all time and pulled in Arm Wars. Travis, my man, say no to drugs. P.S. What have you been smoking, my son?
That's totally not accurate. The only reason John went to that match was to recoup the money already promised to him from Neil. He owed John that money. John told him, yo, I'm not that dude right now. I'll start training now, 6 weeks out, month out. And I don't even care. I don't even care. All I know is that anybody that ever told you that they were the best arm wrestler in the world at any date is really just talking about that event, not the year as a whole and cross-referencing to every league and every organization. It has never been, and it will never be again until we have a institution that has a big enough prize and allows everyone to do it. But we don't have that. And we had one person, which was John Brzenk, who would go around because it was free to fly to every single institution and unify the titles. Devin Laird has never unified anything, ever. Never has Michael Todd. Never. You know who has? Left-handed. I have. I really have traveled and did every format for when that's what you had to do. So me left-handed, John Brzenk right-handed, and that's it. There's everything else is a guided, manipulated opinion of somebody's in someone's brain. That's it. Like, yeah, ask Andre Pushkar how he did at Arm Wars. You know what he's going to say? What the fuck is that? Is that the league where the Americans pay their own way to come? Yeah, the guys in Ukraine don't pay for plane tickets to go to Manchester to arm wrestle for Arm Wars. That's why Dennis didn't do it. Andre didn't do it. None of them.
Okay, so you have discredited Arm Wars due to the prize money issue. And I would like to state,
not only the prize money issues, how about the exclusion? When you are an Arm Wars, PAL, WAL, right away, you only have a pick of certain people. Neil did not cast a big net and say, anybody want this money? Come and get it. He took his couple characters, his buddies that were willing. Devin Laird's a smart guy. He was willing to to arm wrestle for free in order to build a fake platform that he could then say was the platform. Arm Wars has never been the platform.
Listen, I'm going to call bullshit. This is one time I feel like I can actually say something because I was around during that time period. Here's what I can equate. So I love movies. In the movie industry, sometimes there's huge financing where all the big stars get paid. But sometimes there's passion projects where all the stars agree to work for scale because they know the script is amazing. They know it's going to win Academy Awards and they all come on board. They love the director and they know it's going to be a huge hit. Arm Wars during that period of time had clout, was respected. Neil Pickup was the man. He was financing itself by putting it on television. Every motherfucker one of yous were sucking his cock back then. You wanted to be on Arm Wars.
Not true.
This is true. And
I went to that Arm Wars event for one reason, because the History Channel gave me $5,000 to film that event. That is it. There was no negotiating with Neil. The only reason
so that might be you, but what about the other 99 effers who wanted to be involved?
Evan, he paid John Brzenk.
That's what I'm saying. The arm wrestlers, the stars, agreed to go there because they knew that was a respected title. If you won there,
not true.
No, I mean, are you, dude?
Title? Do you mean like the Arnold Classic? Do you mean like the national championships? Do you mean like the Zloty? What the fuck do you mean? You act like because of Arm Wars, the very best arm wrestler in the world was crowned. Are you fucking smoking crack? That is not. I mean, your title is what? You
are a revisionist asshole. The facts are the facts. The only other competition back then was PAL, and the videos that have gone viral are, aside from the fact, for the 2 to 3 to 4 years that I was still around, everyone respected what happened at Arm Wars. Everyone gave it clout. Everyone agreed. Those people who won, maybe not you're agreeing, but everyone else agreed you were the man. And those videos.
What do you mean?
Those videos have millions of views if you add them all up.
What does that have to do with you, with the comments saying that those competitors are the best arm wrestlers in the world and that it was crowned that day? That's the only reason we're here, is that Devin Larratt tried to say, and you tried to ask me the question, is when he says, in 2007, when I eclipsed and became, that didn't happen. You did not eclipse and become anything. All you did was win a match against a guy that for the last 3 years, I've been just smashing. I'm not even seeing the guy. You were there, 2005.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the level of respect you gave to Arm Wars.
What do you mean? What about the respect I gave to the Mohegan Sun? So the Mohegan Sun spent $300,000 to make that happen. Neil spent $3 to make the John Brzenk match. So now, do I think that because I beat John Brzenk on that overall at the Mohegan Sun in 2005, that did I make this big proclamation? That
you just started off the show by saying, by watching that show, I know for a fact that I am the man as a strong, blah, 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 blah.
I know that how I felt that day. Andre Pushkar, Dennis Chaplankov, Levon, Devin, Michael Todd. Well, Michael Todd was there, so he knows. But there's a lot of other people that say, what? That's not the tell-all sign. You can't say because of me winning at the Mohegan Sun that I am the best, because John Brzenk was not the best guy there, nor was he the best guy when Devin beat him. The only reason Arm Wars got involved in this is because the video clip that you sent me had you trying to tell me that Devin was the best because of that. That's not true.
Thank you, for the love of God. You wrap it back. This whole thing started because Devin and the rest of the world kind of understood that Devin was the man for that time period. You came on and you said, F no, you used Arm Wars as the reason.
He was the man because he beat John that day. Even though the other years when John has lost to me, no, I can't, because I know, and I know Devin knows. Devin, what are you talking about? I mean, you got to go to Russia, bro. You got to win the tournament. You got to win something. You can't just pull one guy one day, one time, and then you can't do it. Like, it's just not there.
But it is the system that we have.
No.
Yes. There's only one system to judge arm wrestling from 2000 to 2020, and it's the one we had. There's one kind of system, and we have to, yes, form opinions, but they're pretty calculated. Okay, can I use it?
That is so. You said we have a system. There is no system.
Can I bring up another match as a perfect example to hopefully tie this home and prove that you are an idiot?
Let's hear it.
Okay.
That'll be awesome.
Rob Vigent Jr., he messaged me. He said, hey, do you have a match where I beat John Brzenk in Nevada States 2008 in the overalls? I said, let me look it up. I have it. So I'm going to post a clip of Rob Vigent Jr. beating John Brzenk. I'm going to put it on the thing. Now, if Rob Vigent comes now back on after this video goes viral or whatever, I don't know what it'll do, and he says, this proves that in 2008, I was the best man in the world because I beat John Brzenk. Now, Travis Bagent's going to come on the show and he's going to say, it was at Nevada States. Are you high? That means nothing. And all I'm saying is that's how you spoke about Arm Wars, as if like it was a podunk Nevada State event.
Yeah, I'm sure that
nothing.
The Nevada State had a bigger budget than the Arm Wars event. You're right. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that to the Nevada State. That is ignorant. I mean, let me tell you something. Neil's broadcast is as good as Neil is your backdrop, and you're thinking that the rest of arm wrestling is my backdrop. I could turn my place into your place in 3 seconds with fucking $4. don't give in to the smoke and mirrors, okay? Neil had his cousin refereeing, his sister on the fucking camera, and he is editing at night to give a shitty product to the whatever that place is. The cinematography was terrible. The only thing good about it is his announcing, which is what I used whenever I did my show.
Dude, the entire world. I agree with you on so many things, but this one issue, you are flat out wrong.
That you think that Neil Pickup was running some organization that if somebody won a match that he considered the championship of Arm Wars, and that anybody else gave a fuck about that, then you're crazy and he's crazy. Okay? Crazy. There has been one true right-handed best in the world ever, and his name is John Brzenk. After John Brzenk was not the best arm wrestler in the world, somewhere around 2002, and he floated in 2002. Sometimes he was the best even then. 2006 and 7, he did some things, 8 and 9, I don't know. It doesn't matter. The fact is not even him. He never claimed it again because it was so sparse and it was so riddled with contracts and ways to dodge and weave that it no longer exists at all.
I will say this. The Arm Wars YouTube channel has been defunct. He has not uploaded any videos lately. However, I think our followers together, Travis Bagent Unfiltered and ARMTV, equal Arm Wars, and they still get traffic that I believe rivals or kicks both our asses today, and he's still not updating. That must mean Arm Wars is respected and means something more credit than you are giving. And he spent more than $3.
Are the fucking worst. That's what it means. Me and you suck so fucking bad that together we're not fucking even Arm Wars. We should slit our fucking throats immediately. That's what it means.
Yeah. Neil Pickup, man, I did my best to defend, and Travis is being a dick about this one. I don't know what to say.
I think Neil agrees with me, right? Neil has to agree with me. Neil knows that he did not have the budget in order to solidify the best arm wrestling in the world. Not even close. And one-on-one arm wrestling will never decide who the champ is. It is a series. It's a 12-month, 6 events. Total it all up. Whoever makes the most money is the number one in the world. Just like golf.
Okay.
And
next.
You know what else I had to learn too, Gary? You can't do arm wrestling any one format. The fact is that if we do your ROTN in Texas and then a month later try to do it in Austin with the same people, it's not that fun.
Dude, listen. I hate the word.
On arm wrestling, there should be tournament arm wrestling, round robin arm wrestling, ROTN arm wrestling. It should be a bunch of it, just so we can get as many people, find your format, and
so just
give her a try.
Because he just said that crazy business. The future, one of the next stages is whoever wins in Texas, and then I host one in Oregon. My future is to begin sponsoring the winner in Texas to make sure he's in Oregon, and then whoever wins Oregon is in Connecticut, and start. The more money I have, the more I will pay arm wrestlers to come prove that they're the best man in another territory.
Don't forget the guy that gave you the opportunity. Be careful giving all your love to the neighbor and wonder why your fucking wife leaves.
Travis, thank you. Someone posted that you are selfish and look out for yourself. I disagree. You've been there for me. I love you. I thank you for giving me this opportunity, but you're wrong about Neil Pickup and Arm Wars. Next, Argentini. Gary, do you think you have enough power to keep Barry from walking through your punches, putting you in a corner, and taking you to Pound Town? Barry has been patiently waiting in the waiting room. He's going to.
That is exactly what's going to happen. That guy, give him his money back. That is exactly what the fuck is going to happen.
Here's the deal. I don't want to give away my angles that are going to ensure that I win this. So I'm going to be a little. All I will say is that today, Barry Bourne and myself, I don't care what distance you pick running around the block, whether it's 1 blocks, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 miles, 10 miles. I don't care what distance you pick. I will smoke Barry Bourne.
Well, you ain't
no
smoke.
Smoke. And I'm no boxing expert, but I know that it has more to do with wind in your sails and your ability to throw, keep going, than actual talent. Strength, obviously, if you connect.
Whip your ass. It's you better not do this. And we got to make sure this is at the end, because I can't.
It will be at the end. But listen,
on Queer Street, and you ain't gonna be able to focus on none of the other shit.
My capacity to move is going to crush Barry Bourne. Combine that with his slowness of throwing punches. I am counting on that my maybe less than power and less than ability to hit, that I'm just going to overall tire him out, and I will connect and he will miss.
When you told me your outlandish game plan on how to handle Alex and Bill Collins, you had a very nice approach, just like you are giving me now. You thought not only for yourself, but you've thought for your opponents, and you have come and you have answered for your opponents, and you have now rebutted even more. The fact of the matter is I told you then, Gary, that is the worst strategy that you could ever employ. The best thing for you to do is do not do that. I am going to give you the same fucking advice right now. Barry Bourne is going to fuck you up. And
he won't even be able to hit me.
Barry Bourne also will fuck up all the people that are telling you that you can fuck him up. Okay?
Barry Bourne is trying to do.
I am a youth league football coaching legend, if you don't know it. A legend. 10 Pop Warner Super Bowl championships. I am the dude. And before I beat the shit out of the president of the league, I was on my way to 11-12. All right.
And why is Barry Bourne trying so hard to befriend me? I will go soft on him. He is trying his damnedest to become my friend. So when we get in the ring, I will go easy on him.
Gary, when anybody watches youth league football tapes, the first thing they claim is, hey, they don't look that fast. Of course they don't look fast, but nobody looks fast. Steve Black doesn't look fast when he's coming in there to give the rules. Nobody looks fast, Gary. When you see Barry in Waxahachie, he's going to look fast. When he does a fucking backflip right before he runs 100 miles per hour into your motherfucking face, you are going to be in big trouble, bro.
Dude, he cannot run 2 miles an hour. He cannot run.
You told.
Oh my God. Dude, listen. Okay. Eric McAtee, most people whose opinions count still think a truly motivated Travis is as good as anyone in the world, especially left. $5 super chat. Thank you, Eric.
Tell me something I didn't know, Eric.
Here's the problem. If we become successful, like this event going off in Waxahachie, there is so much going on. There's going to be a cool ROTN, which I guarantee you.
Now, hold up. Let's talk about what the fuck is really going to happen on Friday night.
Yeah, let me finish. I was getting there. We got the weirdo camera guys with all the talented videographers around the world coming. We're gonna do good. I mean, I'm not gonna do well there, but you've picked the ROTN format there too. Thank you. It'll be more fun. It will be more fun. So you got that. It's gonna be exciting. Although I have one complaint. How come I haven't seen Alex arm wrestling? Is he more videographer than he is arm wrestler?
Alex got a little bit of a vagina when it comes to arm wrestling. He cares about his performance. So he picks and chooses, dodge and weaves. He's not going to have any trouble with you fucking guys, though. He's going to kill you guys. But he does care a little more than he should about just regular competition.
So I was talking to Rob Vigent Jr., and he said, oh, I was at a tournament with Schoolboy, and they selectively edited out my win against Schoolboy. Like they don't want to see Schoolboy lose. Like, is his channel dependent on Schoolboy never taking a loss again? Like that's not reality.
I don't know, but you let me right now. I will lose to Schoolboy right on that channel for the right money, Alex. You let me know, baby. That shit can go viral, no problem.
I think it's a bit unrealistic to think that you can keep your losses off the internet. And then
realistic is for you to try to give any advice about that channel.
I wasn't giving advice.
You just said that he shouldn't try to make him lose. Whenever
Nope. What I'm talking about, since you made me have to clarify, if he wants I know his channel's important. He wants to be around for 50 years. I think over the course of 50 years, it become harder and harder and harder to stay at that level and not have a loss on camera.
Well, hold up. I saw Schoolboy lose to Larry Wheels. What is he talking about?
Well, I guess that's true. Okay, fine. I'm an idiot. But so we have the ROTN weirdo camera guy. Then we have the seminar. Who's our guest at the seminar?
We have Luke Kent, Michelle Dugan, Bart Wood, Travis Bagent, and the #1 guy in Arkansas, Michael Todd. I didn't want Michael Todd, but we got to bring Michael Todd because he's hot. Michael's hot.
Dude. Then the arm wrestling, that's like, I mean, my point as I was bringing up is if you're success.
While you have the 176s in your format, the 209s will be watching, taking a break. The supers will be in the seminar. And then we will all rotate at your leisure when you're done with each group. Then we will all come back for the 8-man things.
The reason I brought this up, because this sounds exciting. There's so much going on. It only costs $100. And if this formula takes off, why would Travis Bagent arm wrestle? This is so exciting on the promoter level.
$1,000 that weekend. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've already budgeted everything out. I'm gonna make 10 grand. I'm happy as shit about it. I am killing them, Gary. If anybody tells you I don't arm wrestle, tell them yes, he does. He is waiting for there to be a prize. If you tell me that you could pay me $10,100, then I would much rather arm wrestle in your event. But Gary, you're giving away $250.
See,
this is what the other guys ought to want.
This is where you are retarded. This is the same thing. It's coming back to the Arm Wars argument. You were discrediting me because of the prize money. However, you're shooting your own self in the foot when you care about social media. You want your channel to explode. If you were to arm wrestle in your own heavyweights at that event, and you smoked through all of the classes to the 21 wins in record fashion, you will go viral, and the net results of the virality of that will outweigh the money that you didn't.
Already talked me into it. I'm in. Now, you tell that to every one of those super heavyweights when you see them in Waxahachie. As soon as you shake their hand, I want you to tell them, hey, Travis is arm wrestling. Just to let you know. And every one of them that gives their money and then decides to stay out of the tournament, I'm taking it from you at the end of the tournament. I'm in.
So
I'm pulling,
you're saying that everyone's a pussy in one arm wrestle.
I've been doing that my whole life, putting up the money, taking it back, and everyone's complained about it. So finally, I decided to run the tournament and not take the money back. And now you're complaining. So I don't know what to do.
So Luke Kent is going to be hosting a seminar for a section. Yes. Can he arm wrestle also in the 176?
100%.
And if he wins, can we put him in the 209 like I wanted?
100%.
Okay. We've been on for over an hour. You said we were going to, do we have time for the Leonard story, or should we bring in Barry Bourne?
Next time we're doing that story with Leonard Denise. 100%. All right, bring in the beast. Bring in the beast.
He's not a beast. It's bitch.
Oh, Gary.
Dude, why are you so? Do you not know I'm crazy? You don't know? I'm crazy.
Where's your wife?
She doesn't want me to arm wrestle, or she doesn't want me to box.
Me neither. Please cancel.
Barry Bourne, I told you, nope. I told Barry Bourne to mute the show. I heard feedback. Barry Bourne, turn off the show. Turn off the show.
Don't listen to no man.
I better not hear myself. Okay. Barry Bourne, Barry Bourne, you have to unmute. You have to unmute. Okay, so we're the grand finale. We have the Weirdo Camera Guy event. First of all, before we get into Barry,
don't listen to no man.
Oh my God!
I better not hear my.
You think this guy's gonna kick my ass? I texted him the rules beforehand. Then I just told him right now. He don't know what's up. You think he's smart enough to beat me? Barry Bourne, did you turn off the show?
Jesus Christ. Somebody shoot me in the fucking face. Yeah.
On another flip side of things, we've had over 100, we've had 180 at some point.
Right.
Dude, your audio has turned to shit, bro. Get
Jesus
closer.
Christ. In the fucking face.
Do you know that I can still hear the show? Travis, there's no way this guy can beat me. There's no way he's faster than you say. There's no effing way. He was as winded as a dude almost in his 60s.
For breakfast, boy. I'm going to make him look so bad, I'm going to take his soul, boy.
Oh, you done fucked up now, Gary. You done fucked up.
We spoke to Barry Bourne. He said he's going to go easy on me because he's afraid to hurt me. I want 100% of what Barry Bourne can give me. I'm very confident that I can handle it.
In the first round, boy.
I told you shouldn't have said all that shit, Gary.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Fletcher Meadows, shout me out. If you're in the chat.
Match, boy, I'm gonna kill your ass in the fucking ring, boy.
Barry Bourne, we did a test when you first came on the show. Your audio was pretty good, and now it has turned to black. Okay, people in the.
That's just like your game plan, Gary.
Boy.
No, this is horrible. I'm gonna kick you out. It's so bad. If you're in the chat, if you think Barry Bourne is. If you think Barry Bourne is going to beat me up, type 1.
Take your eyes out. Eat them, boy.
Type 1 if you think Barry Bourne is going to beat me up.
One.
If you think Gary, listen, my training is very simple. I have one plan. I'm not a fighter, but I have one plan and I'm sticking to it. And it's going to pay off because I'm singularly focused. And I promise you, I will run 3 blocks in the distance that Barry Bourne could run 1 block. Type 2 if you got Gary Roberts.
Gary, you and Barry are going to be in a small ring. You're not going to be able to take off and run blocks.
No, it's the capacity, the lung capacity. He may be able to throw.
Hey, boy, you eat shit for breakfast. I'll eat your soul.
Okay, if you're in the chat, I'm going to explain to you one thing of how this is going to go. Barry Bourne may be strong. Barry Bourne may have a power of 100 to my power of 20. But I promise you this, I know for a fact that Barry Bourne, every punch that Barry Bourne throws will drop by 5. So he'll go 100, 95, 90, 85, 80. We're now into the 70 range. We're now in the 70 range at punch 6. His capacity to fucking his capacity hit will drop into the 60s. I'm getting pissed. I'm going to mute you. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, Travis, this is how it's going to go. At 100, he might hurt me. At 90, he might hurt me. 95, he might hurt me, whatever. I'm betting they won't connect. I need to last just long enough to get him in the power 70 range. And then it doesn't matter how many times he hits me. At 65, 50% power, I can take 1,000 punches and fall down and get back up. Now, my power range is going to be around 40. I'm betting that I hit him enough times at 40 that it negates anything that he can touch me.
What do we got? 3 45-second rounds? Just like
no, 5 1-minute rounds, you smoking fool. 5 1-minute rounds. So I just need him to gas out round 1. He'll be done. Then I just
oh shit.
Touch this.
I am going to play this in court right now. Judge, whoever you are, I am not in charge.
Not one-winded.
Not in charge of this fight. I assume zero responsibilities for this. This is up to Barry Bourne and Gary Roberts, ARMTV, the Bourne legacy. I'm not responsible for Barry fucking putting Gary here on Queer Street.
I'm going to put him in some holes. I'm going to eat his eyeballs, and I'm going to even tell him his future going to heaven or hell.
Guys, you heard the game plan. I just have to not get hit by the first 2, and then he's tired. I will not be tired.
Yeah, you go bet. I'm going to fuck you up in the first round. You won't be able to see for 2 weeks, boy.
Just he's right through your Gary. He's not even putting his hands. He's going to eat that shit right in his fucking jaw and nose. He won't even feel it.
Okay, Barry Bourne, we got to go. Thank you for coming on the show. I look forward to beating your bitch ass. Justin Cyrilek, dude, Gary, kick this dude off the show, please, and stop talking about this fight. It's a joke. It's not a joke.
Yes.
It's not a joke.
And listen to that guy, Gary. Do not fight this guy, man.
Thank you.
This guy thinks that's fun, Gary. Like I'm telling you, I was there. He had no problem getting in there. You are going to feel your whole stomach's going to be hurting. The anxiety is going to be terrible, man.
If you're in the chat and I forgot a super chat before we end the show, please let me know any super chats I've forgotten so I don't get fired from any more sponsors.
How many you have, Gary?
I only had one. One guy gave me some PayPal money.
How much loot?
I mean,
he
gave me $800.
Oh my God.
Wait, maybe 9. He gave me $400 twice.
He gave me that money. I would be all over this guy, man. Tattoo and everything. Right here on my forehead.
Maybe 900. It was a couple different payments.
Stop taking money from people, bro.
I sent you a video because Rob Vigent Jr. is getting into social media now, and he had this funny video where he was equating all the middleweights, where the lineup at the Walmart, and he's already been shopping. And I don't 100% know who's the best. I know he's the wall title holder. Like Ryan Bowen wants the match. Do you have? Does Ryan Bowen deserve a shot at Rob Vigent Jr.? Rob Vigent says no. What is your take on that?
I mean, good cop, bad cop. Which one you want? You want me to be friends with Rob or enemies of Rob? You want to be friends with Ryan, enemies with Ryan? I can give you any perspective you like. Which one?
You told me you keep it straight.
I mean, listen, I feel the same way about both of them. I love everything about Ryan trying to get the match. I love everything about Rob saying, my man, are you joking? I'm far superior. I also think that Ryan is, very presumptuous that he could even talk like that. And I also think that Rob is on a high horse that maybe he don't deserve. So it all depends. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I don't know. You got to ask me a direct question, and then you got to tell me to be friends or enemies with the person. And then I'll let you know the answer.
Okay. Thomas Connor, I missed your $10 super chat. My apologies. Thank you very much. If you have a question, please put it down there. Big Kev, I missed your $20 super chat. What? $20? You guys are killing it. Thank you very much. Okay. Rob Vigent Jr. is starting to pump out content, and he's crushing it. He's already up to like 4,000 subscribers. He's going to pass you up in like 2 months.
Hey, I should not if I actually did my own producing, but because I only fuck with you, we are definitely on a slow motherfucking incline. That's for sure.
I'd like to take this opportunity that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that video. I mean, Ryan Bowen, I like him. I like what he's doing, but he's a little too all business for me. Not as much fun as the Rob Vigent Jr.
I agree.
A little more fun in the smack talk, which I love the smack talk.
Love it.
Until it gets personal, like Neil Pickup.
Did you get personal with Neil? Don't be
you got personal.
What are you talking about? I didn't get personal.
I mean, dude, you pooping on the Arm Wars business.
I'm not pooping on it. I'm just letting you know and him know that you don't fucking tell me that you have some evidence and then use Arm Wars as your freaking star witness, because that ain't it.
Jason Papp, show us some video. Listen, I don't want to give away my training secrets because I want you guys to think this is a joke. The last thing I want is Barry Bourne to realize that he is indeed in trouble and start changing his game plan, because fine. He can say all he wants. He's going to train his weakness, which is windedness. The fact is, when it comes to training, cardio, your heart is the worst. It's the hardest thing to do, and none of you do it like you should. And for the next 6 weeks, that's exactly what I'm doing.
I don't think Barry slept for 4 days before he fought Dave.
Yeah. He's not going to increase his burpees, his running, he's counting on a knockout, and that's perfect because I can see that punch coming from 4 miles away at this pace.
All right. I'll tell you that he hit Dave Morocco with 2 on the top of that head that you can't take. You can't take those, and he took them.
So the reason I asked the RVJ thing is because when I watched the video of Paul Lynn, I say, holy shit, that's a bad mofo.
Oh, yeah, he's right there. Now, listen, Paul Lynn's right there. Right there. And listen, Rob Vigent Jr. is the second best middleweight arm wrestler in, let's say, North America, which is pretty fucking awesome, right? But the range of which he is above the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th guy is minuscule. Just a little bit better than him. And they are closer to him than he is to Todd Hutchings, which, not that he's too far away. I'm just letting you know that these people are nipping on Rob Vigent's heels. But the fact of the matter is he still is the second best and the current, because of Todd in the supers, the current guy who is representing the WAL as the middleweight champion. So he's a lot of shit that he says is correct. And Ryan Bowen, he could be the third best guy in North America, nipping right there, or he could be 10th. We don't know that 100%. And there's
Todd Hutchings is that far ahead of everyone?
Not that far, just further. Todd Hutchings is further ahead of Rob Vigent Jr. than Rob Vigent Jr. is of Storm Chelino and Craig Touye and the rest of the elite 195ers.
I have a question. When I started arm wrestling, Todd Hutchings said...
That's my opinion. I mean, people can be varied on that.
When I started arm wrestling, Todd Hutchings said, oh, I'm relatively new to the sport. And he was already like in his 40s, or he was late 30s. And now here it is, like 15, 16 years later, he's like the man, and even the man at like a heavyweight level with many. Yeah. I don't understand how that's possible.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, you're talking about a very skilled, intelligent, stud. So yeah, it's probably could get worse. I mean, imagine if the money was right. I mean, whoo, because there's a level that you can get to when it's a financial gain that is different. It is very different.
So I've seen some commenters now that the arm wrestling is growing and we're getting some people, the fan base to expand. No. It's the fans are growing. There are more fans. And I've heard people say, oh, I wish I found this sport in my 20s and I'm 40. So like someone out there, 30 something, late 30s, if they wanted it and they were dedicated, they could become like the best in America.
Exactly what Todd Hutchings did at 37 years old.
That's crazy to me.
5 years, he was probably as good as anybody in his weight class. And then 5 years later, as good as anybody in the United States.
So 5 years when we're giving away $20,000 again, sir, if you start right now, you could be the man. You just have to want it.
That is correct.
Anything else?
Great show.
I forgot to mention our sponsors, NatFit and Western Survivor Beef Jerky.
Now, are these money sponsors or friend sponsors?
I can't disclose that. Due to not wanting to create any conflict between.
They're not calling you and complaining, are they?
No, but Adam I'm waiting for more product. He's been a good sponsor. He's doing another table giveaway March 1st. So cool shit's happening.
I like it.
All right. So we've been on live on ARMTV.
Waxahachie,
March 27th. So the weirdo camera guy, do we have anybody falling out? Somebody messaged me and said Joe might not come.
Yeah, Joe's tripping about the actual competition side. He's totally not looking at the bigger picture. I mean, let me just give a big secret out there. It's not a weirdo camera guy competition. It is a media day. That's all it is. And we use the weirdo camera guy and the arm wrestling as a minor platform in order to bring all of us together so that we have massive media that is costing me a lot of money. So what a shame it is when someone views it as a competition instead of a freaking fun display of I don't even know what to fucking call it, but it's sad that I think Joe is a little twisted about the competition and he will not be joining us, it looks like. So we're down to 6, which is fine with your format. It's really awesome and it's going to be a fun weekend.
All right, Travis. That's it, my brother.
Let's talk soon.
Okay, there you go. Thank you very much, everyone.
All you do is darn scream for 3 hours.
Yeah, no.
So, guys, support the channels. We've not really said subscribe lately.
We hope you like the content.
Subscribe.
Thanks for stopping by. Please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Now click that little bell icon so you get notified. This was Gary Roberts and Travis Bagent live.
Damn it! Do something else. Don't ever say them two names to me again.
That's it. Sign up, bitches.